Perfect.
All right, what is going on, Chatbot builders? Shout out to Asta for letting me know that once again I didn't hit the daggone live button. So Charles already gave away all the secrets and the episode's over. So you're stuck with me now. And I'm just, oh man, I really need to have somebody hit that button for me. I was over here jigging. And so we're gonna get back into it. But I gotta say what's up. Thanks again, Asta. He did blow us away. Dex, what's going on, man? I'm gonna pop a couple more people on here, and then we're gonna bring the guy that just blew us away with the probably most dominant use of our web chat I've ever seen. This is beyond what I've ever even really dreamed was possible. And we are live now. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can, what's up? There's Ace from Chat Science. Can you hear me now? All good? I'm hoping so. Without further ado, what's going on, Elite Concepts? Without further ado, I'm going to introduce the man that just laid the smackdown on our web chat like I've never seen. What is going on, my friend, Charles Mack? Man, deja vu, baby. What's going on?
What's up, Ryan? What's up,
Man, I know you just gave away all the secrets, but I'm going to have to ask, spill the beans again, man. Y'all, I just had him introduce himself and say all the things. So we're like deja vu land, and it's always my fault. I take the blame, and I'll get a pay reduction here this month, I'm sure. But Charles, let's not waste any time and tell the people what they want to know. Who are you? Where are you from? And how the heck did you get on this YouTube podcast today? I bet you weren't expecting to be on a podcast today, right?
No, not today, man.
Not today.
Hey, well, everybody, I'm Charles Mack. I'm from Oakland, California. Raised up in a city where a lot of talent, a lot of musicians. I am a musician, producer, writer. Been in that space for over 30 years professionally. Man, I started out as a young teenager, man, in 7th grade. I had with my first computer, which was a Commodore 64 Plus, and that my mom bought me, and I taught myself how to program on that in basic language. And then I was doing that for a while, and what I was intrigued by, I wanted to create. I was creating password programs back then, try to, because I didn't want my siblings getting inside my computer. So then I was learning how to do that and grafting sprites and things like that. And then one day the computer broke. My mom couldn't afford to fix it. So I, focused my attention on music and started doing more of my music, did a couple of albums, recorded a lot of music with famous people that you might have heard of,
I'm gonna ask you. I'm on the East Coast, man. So, and in the Southeast Coast. So, I don't know much, but were you in that picture in this concert that just went down in your neck of the woods?
No, I wasn't in it.
Are you sure, man? I would have. If I lived there, I would have been in there. I would have been in that picture, and I would have been like doing the peace sign or something for sure.
Hey, man, I salute all the new artists coming up and everything. I'm from the 90s era,
So let me ask you, who's some of your from any era, from your era, you say your era of the 90s when you were recording as well, to now, who's some of your favorites? Just out there, out of pure curiosity, because I'm a music guy myself. This is just my version of freestyling.
Oh man, the people I modeled myself after was the Dr. Dre, Scarface.
Oh yeah, man.
Pop rap. I followed East Coast for a long time. I grew up on all of New York hip hop. So
I got you.
All of the greats is my favorite. The LL Cool J's, the Eric B and Rakim, and things like that. So yeah, all of those people inspired me.
I love that. I love, for me, I always love the rappers that also had, or at least appeared to have, other business ventures. Because to me, that was like, that's exactly what you should do. Whether
Mm,
you're a rapper or a sports, my dream before I knew that I was not going to ever be tall enough or strong enough, and just the odds were just too far against me, to be Chipper Jones, baseball player, just smashing home runs every day. This is the way I do home runs now. This is my baseball field. This is the way I look at it.
mm,
I guess we all have our heroes and such, and then we realize our lane, and I think this is my lane, and you've had your time with the music industry. You made probably massive connections. How did that go from music, producing things, working on computers, to getting to what you're doing right now? Is it in the world of finance, you said?
yeah, financial
How
services.
did we get there?
Well, was producing music for a while. I did that. Fast forward to like I say, I lost my baby sister in 2017, and then my dad in 2019.
So sorry to
And
hear that, man.
good friend that grew up around the corner from me introduced me to the financial services, who actually grew up on my music as well. So I've been knowing him since he was real young. But um, yeah, what happened was, I had to pull money out my 401k to help with burial with my dad and things like that, and because he didn't have nothing in place. So this platform is giving me an opportunity to help people put things in place, because we need to be focused on leaving a legacy for our children and their children. So that's what I'm doing now. But the problem I was running into when I jumped in this business is, I was jumping on social media doing all the wrong things,
Hmm.
making my own flyers that kind of suck, at the time, and throwing them out there on social media, thinking somebody is going to gain traction when marketing don't even work like that. So I started, seeing that, they tell you to call your 100 people in your phone and talk to people all the time, and that's fine. But eventually, you exhaust your warm market, right? And you
Hmm.
find a way to talk to cold market, and then that's when the real game starts. I scared a lot of family members and friends away, calling, bugging them. So I said it got to be an easier way, not an easier way, but a better way.
Better way, exactly.
Yeah. And so I said, so I started research, and I started doing a little hacking. I started subscribing to stuff and seeing what comes back to me, and I started getting all these email campaigns, these emails coming,
The drip campaigns, the drip.
campaigns, and they saying my name, they telling stories, they're connecting with me. And it was like the thing that we were missing, and this is what I wanted to build for my team, to have something that they can start utilizing a CRM, start nurturing clients, and things like that, because it's hard to keep clients on the book if you ain't reaching out to them, and they, if you're not in their world, and just catching up with them like you care about them and things like that, and what's going on in their lives. So that right there, sent me on the journey, and I was on YouTube all the time searching, and then I found Kelly, and I
The,
like
the
teaching.
queen herself.
Man, Kelly,
We
Kelly
all
didn't
love
know me.
Kelly.
Kelly didn't know me because I was in the background, but I knew Kelly.
I'm telling you, this is her message to everyone. I don't know if she's watching right now. I can never know the comments, but this is her message to everyone, even the people that haven't met her yet. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That is, I also owe so much to her, and it's probably getting old to some of you by now. I don't care. I'll always say thank you to her, and without her, so many people just would not understand
Mhm.
the real game. And the real game is, someone said it. I don't know if it was in our group or if it was on an Instagram post I saw, but it was, the marketers always win first.
Mhm.
And for me, I don't know if you ever followed Gary V. I'm a big pre NFT hashtag. I made that up. He's like, Kelly is like the guy, the girl version of Gary V. Gary Vaynerchuk was, like, in my opinion, one of the first business guys to like show all of the things, and always for free. This is before mastermind stuff ever existed. Masterminds have been made off of this guy's foundations, and he's from very, very early on, and like his goal, like coming from an immigrant family, um, and moving to New York, is to like one day buy the Jets, which is a pretty lofty goal. But I mean, the guy has built a giant marketing agency for himself, hundreds of millions of dollars, from the biggest brands in the world. Work actually met him. That was one of my life goals, was to meet Gary Vee, and I got a 30-minute session with him that cost a whole lot of money for the employer I was with at the time. But after Gary Vee, it was only Kelly for me as far as like internet celebrity, because once you like cross a certain bridge or reach a certain mountain, it's like, all right, well, where's the next one? And that's when I realized, okay, well, I've always I've undersold myself, I've undershot the goals that I've had. And with this technology, even if it in the mini chat days, when Kelly taught us through the quiz bot, the thing can count. That was my aha moment. I knew, okay, great. Facebook has given us everything that we could possibly need to build out insane infrastructure without having to build out, giant, crazy apps that will cost so much money to outsource, or take so much time. When I was, either in school, college, or working, you can't build a full-fledged program like you need without an API like Facebook. And when MiniChat came around and Kelly showed people how to use this, which was the whole key, this, I think, was the unlock. What was it for you? Was it the drip campaigns, or what was it for you that said, I'm sure it was one of her videos that said, there's the value, or there's the thing that I care about the most, or there's the thing that my my team's going to get the most value from? Was there like ever an aha moment in the early days of, I guess, what was called messenger marketing for you?
Yeah. It was a video that she did on appointments, building appointments. And that got me right there. I started going from there, building out this bot that, take people through a series of qualifying questions and things like that, and to, get appointments booked. The only thing I started realizing, I didn't have much knowledge about Instagram algorithms and things like that. And then I learned that everybody, the link in bio was the wrong thing to do.
So many people are still confused on that. They just don't know it. They don't know, right?
Right. They don't know. And man, it's like you take away that engagement from the platform. They don't push you out.
They don't like that.
Push you out further. They don't give you a further reach. And you with CBB, man, the way you can book appointments with that, it just keeps them all engaged right there. And
you never have to leave.
Yeah,
you can see where the drop off is. Exactly.
Right. So that, that's what did it for me when I seen that, and I just kept looking at all her videos, and then
you kept learning.
Yeah, I kept learning. I'm always trying to learn something. I'm always out there looking at something. I'm learning from everybody on CBB. I watch everybody. Y'all may not see me, but I'm watching and I'm learning. And CBB got some amazing talent. Man,
you're the reason you're on this podcast right now, and the reason I just bumped you so fast is because you've done something I've never seen before. I mean, I don't know. Well, I can tell you, no one in the world has seen before. I can promise you this. It's never been done. We're in an age right now where a lot of people in CBB have created things that have never been done before, period. Or they've never been done in this way, or on this channel, on WhatsApp, on Messenger, on Instagram. And I don't know if you could share your screen, or I could even share the video, because of course I saved that video, but I made it into like a 30-second thing. I just wanted you to just kind of, I'm going to see if I can pull that video really quick on my screen here, and just, can you maybe, I'll like scroll through it slowly, and maybe you can just kind of walk us through what we're actually seeing here. And yeah, I put your profile picture on there because you got to get the cred, you know.
Right.
So let's see if I can throw my screen on here, and let's see what we can do. I'm gonna share my screen. What up, CBB Nation? Y'all know me. All right, here we go. So this is my questions that I never get to ask, but here's his video, right? And so what is happening here? So we've got some cards, right? What can you explain what we're looking at?
Well, I wanted to build. I was trying to work on my CSS game.
Hang on, how do I
but
do this? Here we
I'm
go.
not really fluent in it. So I said, what can I create to practice, making a web chat, right? So I thought about superheroes, right? I thought about superheroes that it'd be fun for someone web chat to look like, have a theme of a certain mood that they might be in, or if they like these kind of characters, and furthermore, go, this would be extend to other type of things like holiday things, Christmas things, things that a company may want their web chat to be in at the moment, at that type of season, that time of the season, right?
You just gave me I mean, it's think about, sorry to interrupt you, man, but like think about what Google does when you go to Google's homepage, right? I mean, I don't know how many people go to Google anymore, right? They're chat GPT and stuff, I guess. But what Google does, like on holidays, they change up their little logo. Like they instead of it being plain, they change it up. You just hit something. Two things I want to point out to CBB Nation. If your chat experience is not fun, guess what? It sucks. Sorry. If you're not making it fun, if it's not a pleasurable experience, or there's not a surprise and delight moment, if it's not immersive, if it's not special, you suck. This is amazing what he has done. And he said in himself, it's fun. I wanted to make something fun. He knows it can be applied to other things, but he's mastering something. A, having fun himself, because this is a hilarious and amazing concept. B, he's learning things, and things have just never been done, quite frankly. And so you've got basically what I'm seeing here is a gallery of different, let's call them presets. And so now this is actually our web chat. I've never ever in my life seen our web chat look like this. Look, guys, this is the attachment, the microphone, and then what's happening down here on these buttons. What's happening down here?
So once they click on the copy HTML, that's the code for the actual background and all of the layouts and things like that to match. You have in the middle, you can actually download the avatar if you want to use it, and add it to your account. And then the brand color, I didn't want people to go around looking for the brand color, right? So
you had everything, the whole library just ready for them.
Yeah, so
that is amazing, dude.
Right.
And you showed them how to do it. You showed them exactly how to paste it, right where to paste it. This is incredible. I mean, this is the type of thing that CBB Nation's been like after me to build for so long, and I think you've done it better than I could have done it. This is really, really incredible work. Now, is this your coding here, or is this a little bit of help from ChatGPT Tizzle or Claude or Gemini?
It's some help from ChatGPT.
So have you tried coding with Claude yet?
I haven't tried anything else because I'm still getting familiar with ChatGPT. So I'm talking to it.
This is the best way.
Trying to get what I want, because when I first was talking to it, it was leaving things out. And when I would go inside the code, I couldn't find it. And I was like, wait a minute. The code, I don't see the code. Can you, and I'm telling it to regenerate. And as ChatGPT, I always say apologizes and
I apologize. One time I don't know if I was live or not, but I was like, if you apologize again, I'm changing to Claude. Don't you ever apologize again. Do you understand? And it was like, apologies, I understand. I was like, oh,
right.
they're language models. I get it. And I think that we have much more fun with the API than we do with the public facing stuff. Although there's useful things. You show here exactly the correct way that people should look on the developer console to like inspect
Right.
objects. I mean,
Yeah.
this is exactly, we're gonna have to talk to you about doing some fun, more technical tutorials because Connor pointed out a great I mean, this background is incredible. Did you generate this background or did you just find this on the internet, by the way?
Generated it. What
Stop playing.
I did was
That's amazing.
I started out, I wanted to be like the real superheroes, but then I realized that does the copyright stuff, right? So, and Dolly and all them other image generators, they really give you a hard time generating that stuff because of the copyright, right? It's like, oh, I know that's what was happening to me in GPT. So I had to tell it to make something, with the same colors, with the
Right.
same with AI look, feel, and things like that. And it started generating what I really wanted. I was just telling it what I want. And it
It's
came up
so
with
incredible.
new characters. So I said, oh, let me roll with that. I'll roll with that, right? And so what was happening was I was going to the inspector and I was trying to find all of the sections.
There's a lot of sections in there.
There's a
And
lot.
I've got a document that I'll share with you. And our assistant, which I just brought back,
Mhm.
is trained on a portion of it. We're going to continue to train on that after we understand which questions are being asked the most.
Right.
But basically, the idea will be eventually it will not be able to put it together as well as you've done. But the idea that I've had is to say, okay, here's my prompt, and I'll spit the web chat stuff out that I need. With the document that I have, that there's some agencies have been testing with us. That's what you should be able to do, and we'll make it easier and easier and easier. But you've just inspired, I think, myself and so many others. And that Loom video was just so good, and I think that like I mean, even the transparency, the opacity in this, and the way that you've changed the shape, guys,
Mhm.
you can legitimately change anything that you can see. That like the way that we've given you safe control is unmatched. And yes, this is more technical, but guess what? This sort of chat, I'm gonna put the thing on us now because I guess we don't need to see any more of this. The chatbot that he is making that looks that amazing, sorry guys, it's going to be worth more than one that looks plain Jane, even if they do the same things, because people care about that aesthetic. There are people in the past that have totally not gone with our solution because it didn't meet the needs aesthetically. But for us, we needed to solve the most important problems first, because in my mind the rest of the aesthetics and the look and feel is the little stuff versus functionality and moving fast. And so where other companies may have gone about it the other way, you should have the unlock to be able to do anything you want as far as logic and AI goes. And now finally 2024, you are proof that you can do anything visually. And this is just insane. I think you're exactly right, by the way. Just like a company would like to change their website more frequently, I know even local businesses, every local business would want to have a more up-to-date website, but it's difficult to update these pages. But with the way that you've made this, I can see a way that you could have so many different themes and then be able to sell these themes. This is a GPT in the way that I see what a GPT should be, not what OpenAI's given us. I think they've given us the inspiration to create what you've created, but you ain't making that in chat in what is it, the GPT builder. You're not making what you just showed us in the OpenAI store. Like I'm gonna have to show it again, guys. You are not making this web chat in Chat GPT ever, or Gemini's gems. It ain't happening. I mean, this is just so cool. And look, he's even got the text is a different color. This is a whole nother element, and there's a square element even behind the button here, the arrow. We've grouped some things. It looks amazing, man. And I love everything about it. And
Yeah.
you show and so even here you can show the additional customization. Yeah, like to me the thing, I just want to see all of them. I think that just as we spoke about, what I believe the future will be, guys, is I think that what brands and businesses are going to want are going to at least one page and the chat bubble probably of their own version of when you look at ChatGPT as an application on your phone or the computer, they're going to want their version of that on their website. Maybe that is the home page or the chat page. You know, you've got on your navigation bar, you've got home, about, features, contact. I think maybe on that navigation bar, that chat's going to be prominent if it's not the home page. And maybe it's a part of every page, you know. But I think that ease of access is super duper important, and it's only going to increase as demand. People are going to, as more people learn about Chat GPT, everyone that understands this AI stuff, you're going to be more in demand. Well, here's an off the wall question for you. And I know you're focused on the financial world, but do you see a way that what you're doing with CBB could also benefit other industries like the music industry as you know it, since you know that industry so well?
It's all in my man. That's all in my head. I got so many ideas. I want to spread this out, and you know, and I want chatbots to, you know, be all over this, especially the music industry. You know,
It's so untapped. And you know, when you understand what you can get out of social media, to me, it was always comment to customer. That was my motto since Tap the Table in 2020. The business owner, unless it was e-commerce, it's very hard to tell your ROI on social media management or content creation without a link or something to purchase. This is difficult. And appointments, this is a hard thing for how you know an appointment came from your billboard or an influencer, right? When
right,
you know it's happening in the DMs, in the inbox, the money box, you can follow that customer journey either from the inbox or, you know, from our inbox or the flow itself. If you're using a flow, and you can see what's happening and the proof is there. And for
right,
me, it was always fun to have a lead go through Messenger or Instagram and then alert that client. And I'd always have a funny message: Ryan just made you more money. Here's your lead. You know, like they'd get that messenger notification or email. Tap the Table made you more money. CBB just crushed it. Ryan just made you another appointment. After that thing happens, when you go to a website form, as you brought up, when you're going to a link in bio, you've lost sight of the entire customer journey. You don't know what happens. Maybe you can tell a couple clicks, but you don't know that profile individual. You don't know Ryan Baggott clicked your link of your link in bio. You don't know that. If you are using an Instagram link and I'm in
right,
your DMs, you can see every message. You're the
right.
king of data, is what you are when you're in this game.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. And that's, you know, that's what I always been thinking about, how to get that customer, nurture that customer, keep that customer as a client. You know, all of these things are necessary, especially that CRM game as well. You know, the drip campaigns and all of this stuff go hand in hand. And I'm telling you, the music industry, for what I look at it as, there's a lot of artists that, you know, everybody's doing the same thing. You know, it's like you say, it's untapped. I think it's ready for new ways to market their music, market and their merch and everything. So
100%. I mean, when you're selling merchandise, retail, or ticket sales, the whole idea is you make that transaction as easy peasy, lemon squeezy as possible, no friction.
right,
Hashtag no friction. And so when you're sliding in the DMs, or when you're telling someone, or they just do it on their own organically to comment, and then your page is then reaching out, yo, saw that comment, here's the hoodie that just came out, that's whatever price, or here's this XYZ that we're selling. When you make that, that was what Tap the Table was originally designed to do. It was the fastest, easiest way to sell your food or retail online through social media. That was our original goal. And to this day, which that's what powers Chatbot Builder and so many other platforms at this point, it's the fastest, easiest way to do something. And so even when when you've got one comment and it's cheeseburger and you're a burger place, that DM can be a card that allows you to go ahead and make that add that hamburger to your basket if that's what you wanted to do.
Right.
And you can't make that any easier. So imagine the same logic with a ticket sale. Want to be the first to get the VIP tickets? You better drop the info here, or I'm giving away VIP tickets to 10 random people in the next day. Comment something XYZ. And then boom, you're just going to collect that contact information. Maybe it hits Google Sheets, maybe it hits a CRM. To me, I think we'll build more things into CBB to alleviate the need for other CRMs, or I'll show you guys how to build your own with some tools like Glide Apps is one of my favorites. But I feel like the future of technology is technology that people like you will understand how to control and have it do whatever you want to do. And with AI, it's going to get easier and easier and easier, I think.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Even with my team in the financial industry, you know, we was doing everything by paper. Okay, so I latched on to a program and started building forms, electronic forms, dynamic forms
Ooh,
that
dynamic forms. I like that.
help that work across any platform. And man, it made things easier. I have some of my friends still using these forms and they love them. Because the client don't want to fill things out on paper all the time. In fact, emailing back and forth and all of these things, where you have all this technology in front of you that could just make it very more easy. Just click on this link, fill this out. The information comes back into your cloud, and you're good to go. It's just and the forms are so dynamic, you can even market a lot of stuff with them. But it's, man, like this CBB. I'm glad I came back.
Me too.
Looking for Kelly, because when that notification popped, because I stopped searching for a while because he wasn't posting anything,
Mm-hmm.
and then that notification came up, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. And I tried to follow her tutorial.
Well, it's different.
What
What
screen
is
is
this?
what?
Why does mine look like this?
What am I doing wrong,
You
right?
got to upgrade.
Next thing you know, she's like, then I seen another video why I left. I'm like, wait a minute.
Boom. Yeah.
Looked at that, I'm like, oh, immediately I canceled. I didn't even save any of my flows I had. I canceled and jumped
Dude,
right to the next to CBV.
onto the next one and the only one.
Look, I didn't even do any more research. I said, I'm going where Kelly is.
That is so that I need to explain. That is a testament to the power of personal brand. And to all the CBB Nation, listen, at this point, most of you guys are totally underestimating your skills as far as like, yes, you can build incredible chatbots on another level. So that's all fine. Now you need to focus on exactly what he is saying and exactly what I've been saying about Kelly. And it's not just, oh, she's just the best of all time, although she is. The reason she is and is known as that, she is the one that put in the work of years of YouTube videos, man. Years of YouTube videos. She's put in the work. That's why she can say she's got the however many days. We don't check in on her schedule. She's a boss. And whatever she wants to do, we understand is going to be good for us. It's good for her. Right. She's earned that right. She's put in the work. That's why she's got the crown too. We all have the crown, but that personal brand of always being honest, truthful, giving you the goods, giving you the value, never really asking anything for it. I mean, I'll be real. The only course I've ever purchased my whole life was a course of hers. But at this point, I wasn't even using ManyChat. I just I was already like on Tap the Table, making TTT money on a different level, at least in my mind. And so I just at that point wanted to be like, I got it. And I just want to hook her up and maybe I'll pop in and like see something. But it was my way, like way back in the day, of just saying thank you. Like I just feel like you needed to do that. And I also made one YouTube video to like say thank you to YouTube University that's taught me so much that it's like Mama's feeling guilty over here, you know what I mean? And so, you know, she got out of the game because I think for many reasons, but there was just a lack of innovation that she was able to see. And although I was that pesky voice on her shoulder, like, hey, psst, check this out. Check, ooh, look what I just did here. Ooh, I just changed the game here. Look, finally, when she really took a hard look at it after ChatGPT came out and all that stuff, when it reinvigorated the world a little bit, get everybody excited about technology again. Because before ChatGPT, nothing was exciting. It's been a while since we've had some excitement, right? Before ChatGPT, if you really look back at it. And so when she saw that we could do what we could do, if her jaw could hit the floor of a table, it would have. And that's like what she said to me was, everything that we ever wanted to do with chatbots back in the day that we could dream of, even if you were the biggest dialogue float ninja of all time, you couldn't still do it quite like an LLM. Everything we wanted to do, we could do it. That was what got her back in. And she was like, game on, son. And I've never seen her make so many videos. And I had in my mind, if I ever had a chance, and I think it was a pipe dream back 40 years ago, but I was like, if I ever have a chance to work with Kelly on a long-term level in any capacity that we could be on the same team, I'll do whatever I can to make it happen, because she's the one that'll help dominate the whole industry. And that's really the goal of CBB, is to shake things up, is to take away the power of the platform and give the power to the builders to do what you guys want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's really coming from that side of the table of, I've built chatbots, sold chatbots, run the platform. I understand it in a way that if I can ensure the builders are the ones that are winning and the agencies have a chance to scale beyond imaginable belief, like there's no, I can't win by myself. With the top 10,000 of us, we can dominate the world, in my opinion, you included, you know. And I think it takes all that unique background and knowledge and geography where you are. There's John Peasy out there in California. He's been doing his thing. I need to get him on a podcast. I don't know if he's in the comments or not, but he's killing it out there in Cali. But there's a lot of room right now for AI. And let me ask you, here's a question. In your network, say you're close top 20, let's do top 10 family members and friends that you can think of. How many of them, say, 1 out of 10, 9 out of 10, how many of them really understand ChatGPT, do you think?
The only one I can really think of that really understand it is my baby sister.
One out of the top 10. So only 1 out of the top 10.
Yeah, because she's been in her own little space online, making a good living for herself. She's been putting herself out there, doing content. And the funny thing is, she told me that a couple of weeks ago, she said, hey, brother, I want you to check out this program called MiniChat. I started laughing at her.
That's so fun. And you got to put her on, right?
Yes, sis, it's funny that you mentioned that. I said, because I've been using MiniChat this whole time, but I have moved to, another platform. But she loves it and everything, so I'll be getting with her to kind of tug her on over to the CBB Nation.
When she sees it, she can't unsee it, And the thing is, we got the rock stars here.
Right.
Like that if you're somebody in bots, unless you're getting paid on their payroll, like they're all here, and that's intentional. And I won't lie, we shy away from people that we think are better off it with other platforms. We go ahead and tell them, like, you might be better off it if you want to have something free forever and have a community that doesn't care and never understand who's running anything and not have community. If you don't care about support, and please go over there, but if you want to be a part of a collaborative community, and I think hopefully you'll be able to speak on that. I don't know how many views your Loom videos got already. That thing should have been on YouTube.
I tell you, I don't even do YouTube right now.
You better start, man. I'm talking about today. There ain't no reason, and it's in Cali time, baby. There ain't no reason for that not to be on YouTube tonight.
Right, but I'm gonna tell you, that was my first time using Loom, and
First time.
I was gonna wait and really use the Loom the right way, but I just wanted to show what I was doing, you know.
I'm just
So,
handing you the crown, dude. This is just this belongs to you.
but I
Just
turned
take
off
the crown, dude.
video and mic on purpose, and the hot hit all the stuff, and I was
I
I
was
was
like, man, I can't hear anything. I was like, this is my volume. I was like, where's the? I was like, oh, it's like, and I skipped through. I was like, oh, that's what he's doing. Holy smokes!
right. I was gonna talk on. I said, but maybe my first time using, I could just show them, you know. But I was thinking about doing it over with voice and really going through it because I'm gonna tell you the truth. What sparked me to do this was Asta's video.
Asta, you hear that, Asta?
When he was playing around with the sandbox, he had to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what really inspired me to go that route. To
Asta's a cool dude, man. I'll tell you this. Asta, I feel like I think God gave me a really cool gift of just understanding people's vibes. I get it wrong sometimes, but when I connect with people, I can immediately understand through, I guess, energy or vibes, like, oh, this is a cool person, or this is someone I need to be like truly connected with. And the day that I met Asta, this dude from Fiji, which I understand working around the world, that currency differentiation is a big deal. I know I'm a dumb American, and we're stuck with what we're stuck with, but like I understand that the same $50 a month is not the same in other parts of the world, and things are more expensive and blah blah blah. But when people put their money where their mouth is, especially in those regions, for whatever reason, maybe I'm a softie or a sucker or a dummy, I don't know, or a dumb southern redneck. In my heart, I feel like if that person is going to do something, then I'm definitely going to work extra hard for them. And Asta's probably one of the first 20 people ever to sign up with us.
right.
Shout out to Gary Graham being our first real sign up and person that helped come up with all this stuff. But like for me, that meeting Asta, I said, one day I'm gonna, whatever job you're working, I got your marketing agency, but you're gonna work for CBB one day. And he thought I was just playing. 6-7 months later, I stole him from that place he was working at. I just stole him.
Man, I call him Asta, son of the Chatbot Gunner. Man,
I bet he loves that.
Yeah, he be shooting out knowledge.
He's the G.
He
He doesn't take 2 hours to do it too. It takes 2 minutes versus my 2 hours.
Right. And then I was sitting up there figuring, I'm like, when I seen, I'm like, oh, and then I got the idea to say, okay, let me lay out these landing pages, right? And then I had to figure out, then it wouldn't work. And then I had to realize that I had to tie it in with his own publish links and everything, and
There's little stuff like that, yeah.
Little stuff, what I'm saying. So that's the stuff that make you go back and figure stuff out, right?
Yeah, and there's nuance to everything, but once you're riding the bike of CBB, I mean, it doesn't take long before you're doing 360 backflip, double whammies, and you could also drive that bike in a very straight, narrow line of, I just dropped in a cool prompt for my business, and now I don't have to worry about questions being answered incorrectly anymore. That's a huge bulk of our business, is the business owners that when they do find us, and a lot of times it is through Kelly, they'll see one of Kelly's videos and they'll see how easy she makes it. They'll make this prompt and drop it like it's hot in the auto GPT section. And then whatever channel they've connected, they're basically Gucci. They're good. They're like whatever. Like they know that they get the answer. It's like giving the employee handbook of all the things you should say and not to say. Give that handbook to your bot, and it's going to do it better than you just told it's going to do it better than you told it to do. That's been my experience almost every time. Now, when you can get real creative, again, not all web chats are the same. I'm going to just again, for the people that came in late, you guys have to see this video. I mean, we're gonna have to put it on our own YouTube. This is the coolest freaking thing. All of these are different web chats Okay, and this guy made it to where you can just easily. This is literally my vision of having a carousel type of environment where you can see different. And he gives you the code, man, or shows you exactly where to put the code. This is exactly my vision. And I think that this should be like, look at that, guys. That is a web chat. That's a web. This, but I don't think there's any contest. I mean, even my Matrix one, you just kicked my butt all over this place, dude. I don't have any shame in the game to take the crown off and hand it to the new owner, dude. You're the king of the web chat. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen, man, on our program in the web chat environment, straight up.
Man, Ryan, I appreciate it, my brother. I give all the thanks to Kelly for following her, leading me to you, leading me to CBB, Asta, Wendy, all the CBB Nation. I'm telling you, these guys are creating things, and I'm telling you, these people creating some stuff that's
crazy stuff.
Because I'm still focusing on the technical end, so I'm like, well, while I'm learning the technical end, let me jump on the fun end.
Yeah, you gotta have fun with it. You gotta have fun.
You gotta have fun with it, because eventually I'm gonna learn all of the other stuff, because you got some brilliant people here that's teaching.
You're one of them, man. You're one of them, and what they Asta's still with us. Asta changes life. And look at my man Ace right here. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you saw what Ace made. Ace, dude, I don't know if you know Rick. He's in the group frequently. What he just made, I felt like I just had the same conversation with him the other day. I called him on immediately. It was late at night too. We talked for like an hour. And this dude did something that if you'd asked me if what you made is possible, I would say yes. That's exactly what we designed it for. Let your imagination go wild, because you can create things with our web chat that no one's ever thought of. That's why we've given you all the ways to do it. But then there are some things that you can't do in CBB because we had to lock down through security. Like you can't run certain JavaScript, for example. We don't allow that. We will have a code block coming very soon, which will allow you to run things like short Python code or whatever. But that's like down the road this year, but down the road. But what Rick did, I would straight up told him, nah, you can't do that. It's not possible, bro. And at the same time, give a week later and some frustrating nights, I'm sure this dude has a chat where he's able to drag the bubble, did you see that? Dude, I called him. I was like, bro, how did you hack me, dude? You're not even supposed to be able to do this. What did you do to do this? How did you make this happen? He goes, I'm not telling you, but it's pretty cool, right?
and that's the same type of thing I want to get into. Like after locking this down, I want to work on putting more functionality into the web chat too as well. I mean, I know
that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You see, now I have to say, this will be a great way to kind of end this bad boy too. I'm not going to take it much more of your time, but what he's done, guys, is like the opposite approach of how we design the program. Of we're making things pretty last. What he's done here is he's gone ahead and made this thing into a Ferrari, dude. This is the Ferrari of. I'm still looking at my screenshots when my head's going. It's just like stunned. It's like Iron Man looking thing here. I mean, I can see. Have you tried? I think it's called Runway, something like that. I'll send you the app. You can take this app, and if you so you can just do it on your phone. I think we have a computer version too. You can like run your finger over the fire and that sucker into a GIF. So I think that's
the type of stuff I want to do. I want to be as entertaining as possible.
Well, listen, sorry guys, most people's websites suck. That's the facts. Like, yeah, you got to be found, so you got to have content. But like, if it's not an experience, they're going to jump off that landing page. They're going to jump off that website so fast. And you can do this in a web chat environment and still offer the same experience on a phone call channel or any channel. But the web chat, man, that you just got that thing down, dude. It's an experience. It's fun. Like I want to. This looks like a video game to me. Like,
Right.
does it? Am I tripping, guys? Is this not like a video game? Like, I want to just chat with this thing right now. I think it's gonna like start talking to me in a crazy voice or something. Like, I could totally see. And of course, you got to understand, like, these are all super cool images here. But what he's saying with the Christmas stuff, with the Halloween stuff, I mean, imagine that, like, the things that you just cannot do with a website because they're not designed to be that immersive, you can do in this environment.
Right, man.
Well, man, Charles, anything that you want to end with, man? Any advice to some new CBBers we've got? Shout out to all you new folks in CBB Nation, especially the ones that have been vocal in Facebook groups saying you're new here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, I'm going to meet with all you guys. But do you have any advice or last final thoughts for these guys or any of the CBB OGs?
Man, I just want to say, if you're here, you're not here. You're here by design. That's what I want to say.
I love that.
Nothing is a mistake. You're here. You got a wonderful platform of people that's here to pour into you. Whatever your ideas, you can get them out. Somebody will help you get them out. Don't stop. Keep learning. Read, listen to everybody, and just stay focused, stay tuned, stay locked in. This is it. I believe that, communities like this is the new college.
Yes. Ooh.
College.
Ooh.
You spend the money at a college that doesn't promise you much, in your future. Why not do this where you can get everything? You can't get this in a college. Yeah, you have to go to school in some places for like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that. That's always needed. But something like this, put your money in this. Communities will grow you. It will grow you in a way
100%.
that you never thought about.
I just got chills listening to that, dude.
So,
I swear on everything.
It's like who can go? You can't just go to people. You got school spending your time. Like I said, school is necessary for certain fields. Like I say, like doctors, lawyers, things that has a lot of intense continuing education. But this right here, you lock it to the right community, especially like a CBB. There's no way you're not gonna win.
There's no way, man. That's the mic drop of the night, dude. There's gonna be so many good cuts out of this thing. You really just laid it down for everybody, dude. And I'm so glad that you got your timestamp in. You're on YouTube now. You say you don't have one. Well, you're on YouTube now, and I'm good with SEO, son. I'm real good with SEO. So you're gonna be found. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna be found real quick as an AI expert out of California and in the finance or in all sorts of different industries, man. And I think you're gonna also, along with it being lucrative, because the way that we design this, you cannot lose monetarily. Like once you're going and you're out there selling, like it's impossible to lose on this investment. You're gonna win. But I want you to figure out what you want to be known for when they say, "Oh, he's the blank AI guy," or "He makes the blank AI." And I think if you do that, you've got something that like you can now focus on. And this is for all you guys in the CBB Nation. You don't have to learn this entire platform that will take you a year. It will feel like the college that sucks. Instead, focus on the problem you want to solve or what you want to be known for, or if you want to sell bots that are mass quantity Honda bots, or if you want to sell bots that are Bugattis, whatever, it's totally up to you. You'll find your way, but utilize the community, ask questions, give as much as you receive. And I think that, like Charles said, you cannot lose. And we're so thankful to have you in the community and thankful that you're just big enough and brave enough and quick enough to just say, sure, I'll jump on this podcast. Just like Connor did. And he hit on a lot of great points with his mic drop of an episode. And you're on the same path. And I think we get it a little bit earlier than everyone else. And so it's just now, have fun with it. but get out and get the money too, man, and get it in every way. And just like we did, Wendy and I, where we thought we were going to just stay on the path of restaurants, we found that we went down many paths and it's led us in the right direction. And so be open to things, and you're going to become known as the AI expert in your community, your state, your industry, your niche. And the content is king, man. Put that content out. With that video you made got you on the podcast tonight, and we've got 23 million people watching right now. The numbers are off. Don't worry about it. It says 23. Don't worry about it. It's 23 million. They just get it wrong every time.
Right.
Man, Charles, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I'm going to take you off the screen now and catch up with you. And CBB Nation, that is how you do it. This guy made the coolest little video. I swear I thought I was tripping because I was trying to like hear the volume. I was like, he's not explaining it. And then I was like, oh, he just did it without volume. But that's when I saw the freaking Iron Man web chat with all the right colors made better than I could make it. My mind was blown. So sorry for the at everyone tags. I'm not usually that guy, but man, worth it. I hope you feel that way. I do. And I think this guy has just found out something that is very valuable. Every business in the world needs to communicate, and they need AI. Third, they want to stay on brand. Well, master the back end, make the chat do what you want, and then be like Charles Mack, put the smackdown on that web chat and blow them away with the beautiful aesthetics, and you're in the money. And last but not least, before I end here, take this idea of what he's made out. For me, this early in the stage of the game, if I wasn't in the position I was in and I was a chatbot builder using this platform, you better believe this pack that I just came up with would be on the template store, the GPT store, tonight for $99. $99 for all 5 of the templates. I guarantee you I'd have 10 sales before I woke up in the morning, because A, our people are engaged. B, we don't allow things on the store that aren't quality on a for sale basis. We are the ones that have approved that. He'd be approved immediately. And now that he's been on the podcast, people are going to do like Kelly said. They're going to start to know him, like him, and trust him. Just like the same things happen with all the CBB All-Stars. The reason they're All-Stars is because they put in the work. Maybe they don't do videos all the time, but they're helping you solve problems. Shout out Jose. They're helping you solve things quickly. And so then you start going to these people and realize their time is valuable. And so they need to also be respected. And when they've got something to sell you, understand it's probably going to be worth whatever price that they put on it. Okay. And so that's where I'll leave it tonight. You're dealing with the realest people. There are no actors here, no teleprompters here, as you can tell. But I hope that you always get the value. And we appreciate you guys, CBB Nation. Y'all have a great night.